Welcome to this joint presentation of the Wisconsin Resource Center for Charter Schools and the Wisconsin Association of School Boards. I'm Barry Forbes, WASB Associate Executive Director and Staff Counsel. This session is part 5 of a 9-part series of programs designed for school board charter school authorizers. Session 5, Virtual Charter Schools. Wisconsin law defines a virtual charter school as a charter school under contract with a school board in which part or all of the instruction is provided through means of the internet, and the pupil enrolled in and instructional staff employed by the school are geographically remote from each other. Virtual charter schools are not subject to the requirement that the school be located within the territory of the authorizing school district, or in the case of an agreement to authorize a charter school between multiple districts or districts and a cooperative educational service agency or CESA within the territory of one of the authorizing parties. Instead, the law deems the virtual charter school to be located within the district or CESAs. Like other schools, virtual charter schools must employ appropriately licensed teachers to provide instruction. Teachers providing online instruction in a virtual charter school must hold a license or permit to teach in the state from which an online course is provided. If the online course is taught in a state other than Wisconsin, the teacher providing instruction for that course must be licensed in that other state. If a pupil attends a virtual charter school, any person providing educational services to the pupil in the pupil's home, other than the instructional staff of the virtual charter school, is not required to hold a license or permit to teach issued by the Department of Public Instruction. And the DPI may not require teachers providing online instructional services in a virtual charter school who meet the requirements specified in 11848B1, that is, they are licensed to teach in the state where the online course originates, to complete professional development not required of any other individual required to be licensed under Section 118.19. Wisconsin law requires that virtual charter school assign to each student an instructional staff member who is responsible for the following: improving learning by planned instruction, diagnosing learning needs, prescribing content delivery through class activities, assessing learning, reporting outcomes to administrators and parents or guardians, and evaluating the effect of instruction. Virtual charter schools are subject to minimum days and hours of instruction requirements. Virtual charter schools must provide educational services to pupils at least 150 days each school year. Those schools must ensure that teachers are available to provide direct pupil instruction for at least the applicable number of hours of instruction specified in Section 121.02, paren 1, paren F. And that's the statute that provides the state standards for hours of instruction, which are 437 hours of direct instruction for kindergarten, 1,050 hours for grades 1 to 6, and 1,137 hours of instruction for grades 7 to 12. That, of course, does not mean that students receive those hours of instruction, rather that the teachers are available for that many hours or more per school year. No more than 10 hours in any 24-hour period may be counted toward this requirement. And also, the virtual charter school must ensure that teachers respond to parent and student inquiries by the end of the day following the day in which the inquiry was received. Virtual charter schools must establish a parent advisory council and see that it meets on a regular basis. The governing body of the virtual charter school determines the selection process for members of that council. Required notices. At the beginning of each school term, the governing body of the virtual charter school is required to give written notice to the parent or guardian of each pupil attending the school, the name and how to contact each of the following persons: the members of the school board that contracted for the establishment of the virtual charter school and the administrator of the school district. The members of the virtual charter school's governing board, if different from the school board. Members of the virtual charter school's parent advisory council, and the staff of the virtual charter school. Wisconsin law requires virtual charter schools act in response to pupil failure to participate in the virtual charter school program. Whenever a pupil fails to respond appropriately to a school assignment or a directive from instructional staff within 5 school days, the governing body of the virtual charter school shall notify the pupil's parent or guardian. If a student fails to respond appropriately to a school assignment or directive from instructional staff for 5 days, 3 times in the same semester, the governing body of the virtual charter school shall also notify the school board that authorized the virtual charter school, the school board of the pupil's resident school district, and the Department of Public Instruction. The authorizer school board may then choose to send the pupil back to the district of residence. If the authorizer district is the district of residence of the pupil failing to participate in the virtual charter school, the authorizer board may assign the pupil to another school or program within the district. If it does that, it shall notify the parent or guardian and the DPI. Parents may inform the virtual charter school of parent-excused absences for up to 10 days that are not considered a failure to participate in the virtual charter school program. If the authorizer district transfers the pupil from the virtual charter school to another school or program for failure to participate, the parent or guardian of the pupil may appeal to the DPI within 30 days of receipt of the notice of transfer. The DPI